eyes shift to Kisumu County Assembly, where some MCAs allied to ousted Speaker Onyango Oloo have planned to storm the Assembly. Another faction opposed to Oloo will be seeking to impeach the embattled Speaker. And now, as we speak now, tension is still high at the County Assembly premises with MCAs in a face-off. Let's just, before we link up with my colleague Kevin Ogutu, let's just have a look at what happened earlier. All right, what you're seeing right now are live pictures for you, our viewers, of what's happening at the Kisumu County Assembly. Those are live pictures from you right there from Kisumu County. Let's link up with my colleague Kevin Ogutu, who's been following up on this story ever since it started. Kevin Ogutu, good morning. A bit of confusion, not even a bit, as you know, a lot of confusion within the Kisumu County Assembly. Kindly bring us up to date.
Well, a very good morning, Brenda, and it is not a particularly good one. Right here at the County Assembly of Kisumu premises, it's been quite a dramatic morning, characterized by running battles between the two factions, that is the members of the County Assembly of Kisumu. There have been tear gas canisters lobbed here as early as a minute to 8 a.m. This particular morning. And this is there's been an altercation between the members of county assemblies who are allied to the now embattled but yet substantive Speaker of the County Assembly of Kisumu, Onyango Oloo, versus Elisha Oraro, who was installed last week as an acting Speaker. Well, we managed to speak with the Speaker of the County Assembly of Kisumu, Onyango Oloo. I'm sure we are able to see him from the pictures. We cannot really do an interview right now because of the two factions and a possible clash between them. It will really look bad on air, Brenda. And he said that what has transpired so far is an illegality. This is something that will probably be addressed by the court. We asked him whether he is planning to go to court to probably protest that ouster, which he said was procedural, but he was very clear that he is not going to court because from what he's been able to observe, there is nothing really that is hinged on the law as it is, the County Government Act, and also the standing orders that determine how the business of the county assemblies are run. So right now there is tension. We don't know which way to go. We've had heavy presence of the police officers. They are still keeping vigil right here at the County Assembly of Kisumu premises. And initially, Speaker Onyango Oloo was blocked from entering the office. He came here with a number of his supporters, made to understand that they had to be dispersed, and together with his supporters, he had to go away for a bit. I'm sure we are still able to see him making some phone calls. And now we are yet to really get to know which way forward from this point, because from the developments that have happened, we can talk about a standoff. It is important to note that this particular morning, there was supposed to be that motion of impeaching Speaker Onyango Oloo as the substantive speaker. This comes just a week after that installation of an acting one. Of course, as I mentioned earlier on, those who are allied to Onyango Oloo say that was unprocedural and also illegal in nature. But this is yet to happen because the entire morning, the members of the County Assembly of Kisumu are really yet to convene to have this particular motion debated. And as we speak right now, we still have tension on both sides. Both the gates are locked. Nobody wants to access either the offices here or the County Assembly Hall on the other side of the road. And as it stands right now, we can talk of a standoff. We don't know how long this will take. The best we can do is probably to keep an eye and see, probably observe as the events unfold. That's the match that we have right here at the lakeside city of Kisumu, Brenda.
Right. All right, Ogutu, let me just ask you, has Onyango Oloo, tried to, because he's not been able to access his office, and the live pictures that we're seeing right now is that Onyango Oloo is actually outside. So that means he cannot even access the county assembly premises?
Yes, we have got the county assembly premises on one side of the road, and we have got the offices. We have here, the other side, what now this particular building, which you're able to see, this is what houses his office, together with the other offices, other administrators and other officials at the county assembly of Kisumu. But from what we've been able to see, the gate, the entrance to this particular establishment is locked, most likely by those who are allied to the installed speaker, acting speaker rather. So it will suffice to say that as at now, he's not been able to set foot in his office or at the county assembly. So that is the match that we have right now. It is true, as you put it, that he's not been able to access both sides, both buildings, either the county assembly or this other building where we have the offices, Brenda.
All right, Ogutu, and have you managed to speak to Onyango Oloo? And if you have, is he looking at a possibility of going to the corridors of justice to try and get, a go-ahead so that he can access his office?
Well, I spoke with him a while back, and if I got him clearly, I said that he's not really going to court because as far as he's concerned, there is no court order barring him from accessing the office as the substantive speaker. So that is the much that he said just in over 30 minutes, in less than 30 minutes ago, Brenda. So yes, he is very confident that he's not going to court, but he's sure that whatever has been happening not really based hinged on any existing law, and according to him, there is no way he can fail to come to the office. The reason being that goons blocked his way. So that is the match that I was able to get from him. So I spoke with him this particular morning, and that is what he told me, that yes, I'm not going to court, and I'm sure that after some time, I'll be able to go back to my office. So we are waiting to see what will happen, because as of now, the police are really just on standby, trying to ensure that nothing really gets out of hand. But as to whether or not he will be allowed to access the offices, that's now something that we really have to wait and see, Brenda.
All right. And Ogutu, just before I let you go, I mean, even what we are seeing right now is just, heightened security within the Kisumu County Assembly. And, initially when you started this conversation, you're telling us that police officers lobbed tear gas to disperse, people who are there. Any arrests?
There are no arrests so far. The picture that you are able to see there, we just have heightened security. They're trying to establish what kind of person the guy being interrogated is. He's being searched just to ensure that he's probably not carrying any weapons with him. So that is how much the security is heightened here this particular morning, Brenda, as you can see. And I suppose he's one of the staffs at the County Assembly of Kisumu. Just can't get his name. But what the police officers are trying to do here is just to fight him, to ensure that whatever he's carrying is probably what cannot cause some harm. So that's why we have this small altercation here, Brenda.
All right. Thank you so much, Kevin Ogutu. Let's just listen into, what's happening on the ground at the County Assembly of Kisumu outside the premises. All right, these are live pictures for you of what's happening outside the Kisumu County Assembly premises. Onyango Oloo, Speaker of the County Assembly, has been denied access to his office. And of course, reporter Kevin Ogutu is